Hey everyone, this is Victor from Cyborg for Life, and I want to welcome you to episode 170 of Limb Lengthening Live, where the patients interview the guests. And today we have a very special podcast episode for you. That's right. Today we are interviewing the lengthening twins, both femur lengthening patients who did cosmetic limb lengthening, on the same day, and they both have finished their lengthening, and they are now in the consolidation phase as of yesterday. So we have back on the show, we have Aiden and Aaron. These are two fan favorites who've been here for many episodes. They bring fire content, and they will not disappoint today because they have fire content again. Welcome to the show, boys. How are you doing? Aiden and Aaron, how are you guys doing?
Doing fantastic.
Hey, Victor, how you doing?
Doing great, guys. Thank you so much for joining today. This is going to be a great episode. You both did your homework. You brought the content that I begged for last week, and I skimmed through it, and it looks great. So I appreciate both of you doing that, because the patients who are watching today in the chat, you guys are going to be in for a treat, because these both are, they brought some great stuff. So without further ado, I'm just going to give a little quick summary of each of these guys, of what they have done, like what they started at height-wise, what they lengthened, and some things, and then we'll go right into their content. So we're gonna start off with Aiden, because he's gonna lead off the show today, and then we'll go to Aaron, and then we'll go right into Aiden's content. So Aiden, you were how tall before you started this limb lengthening process?
I was somewhere between 5'3" and 5'4". I would say around 5'3.5", 162 centimeters.
Okay, and you lengthened your femurs. Apparently you have the number right there. I see it, 79.75. But I'm guessing did you not go for the full 80, or what's happened there?
Yeah, what's up with that, Aiden?
Aaron, you want to tell him, or should I tell him?
All right, I'll say it. So Vic, we actually got a surprise for you. We're actually going to do our last turns together live stream just in front of you. So yeah, you're in for a treat.
Oh my God. It's not April, but I just got fooled. But that is awesome. Wow, this is crazy. These guys are about to do their last turn with the ERC, with the precise 2.2 nail, live right here, right now. Can you guys believe this? Aiden, are you about to do this too?
Yeah, I'm trying to set it up. Give me a sec.
Oh man,
we're gonna do it together, Aaron. We're gonna do it together.
Hey, we'll press the button together. All right.
Oh man, this is exciting. Look at this, guys. This device that you're seeing right now is the magic device that makes your legs longer. This is what gets you taller. And both of these guys have gone through the rigors of the lengthening process, and here they are about to finish it right here, live, right now. So I'll shut up and let you guys watch. Look at this.
It takes a while for it to get it boot up, but yeah.
That's a heavy magnet. It's a very powerful magnet, and these guys are experts at the game. They've been doing this for over 3 months now. When was your surgery, guys? What was the date of your surgery?
May 21st on Wednesday, and I think we were like 1 hour apart.
Wow, that's crazy. One after the other. That's insane. Who went first? Who got
I think I went first, and then it was Aiden.
Okay.
Aaron's the older brother.
I love it. I love it. This is exciting, man. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. It says it 73.75. That's Aaron's little ERC. Look at all those days that he lengthened every single day. Each of those days had its own challenges, its own cruise control, but each day he went through to gain over 3 inches in new height. That's amazing. Wow. All tracked there, right femur, left femur. Wow, from May 28th. Look at that. The 21st. You have to go. Yeah, I see what you think.
So Vic, I don't know if you can see it.
Let's see. Bring it a little bit more into the screen. Line it up a little bit. Let's see. Turn it the other way, like a little bit straighter. Or yeah, flip it like that. There you go. Let's see if it can see. It doesn't seem to be picking up on it too well. But that's okay. What does it say?
Yeah, 79.75.
79.75, and we have for Aaron, we have 73.75. So both of these guys, Aaron decided to go for 74, and then Aiden is deciding to go for the full 80. Let's see it.
Let's go.
All right. I'm gonna do my left femur now. Aiden, are you ready?
Ready.
All right. On 3. All right, you give me a second. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah, mine
That
as
is-
well. We were like, we started this thing together, so let's finish it together. And
That's
what better place?
Amen, brother.
And look at this, guys. As you guys can see on the screen right now, their legs are at his leg. Is that your right femur, Aaron? Left
It's my
femur.
left femur.
Left femur is getting longer by those millimeters. That amount of millimeter per right as we're watching right now. That's insane. 0.2 millimeters right now.
And mine is vibrating.
It's vibrating because you're at the end of the nail, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool. These guys surprised me. He did it. He's done. That's the last quarter he needed to achieve his goal. And then Aiden did the same thing. Wow. So now, Aiden, you can change your name to 80.0, right?
Yeah. Somehow my camera from the laptop's not taking it.
That's okay. That's all right. No, I completely believe you.
You ready for the right one, Aiden?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Look at that. This is crazy cool. And it doesn't take that long actually to do the quarter turn.
Yeah, it's just 45 seconds for each session.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think that's faster. It's faster than my ERC. I had the old black one. These guys have the newer ones. They're lucky. Yeah, Codeman Red, I see you in the chat here. He says, keep away from Meadow. He's also a lengthening patient. He'll be on next week with his own content. He's going to come on and share some stuff with you guys, so stay tuned for him.
And by the way, like each of these like sessions, like I really don't feel it at all. I mean, maybe some people do, but it's like nothing. Like I don't feel any pain. I don't feel anything like turning inside of me. It's super natural.
That is crazy. Look at that, 0.25. He is done officially. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. Aaron, man, that is amazing stuff. Seriously. And Aiden, both of you guys, congratulations for getting through lengthening. 80 millimeters for Aiden and 74 for Aaron. That is incredible stuff. I mean, honestly, this is not an easy process by any means, and these guys have done it together, and they made it all the way through. I mean, now we have, obviously we see in the chat here we have Froggy Dragon. He just got his lengthening done, surgery, I believe.
Hey, Froggy.
Yeah, he's in here watching. And then we have Fear God, like that. They both went from 1.0 to 2.0. They're right. They're both cyborgs, but they're done lengthening, so things should get easier from here. TVB is saying, good job, Aaron and Aiden. We got Coban Red saying, congrats, Aaron and Aiden. Let's go. Everybody saying it. Congrats to the both of you. Amazing. Ben is there. Everybody. So that's great. Awesome. Very cool.
Support you guys.
I love it. They are all loving you guys. All right. So I think
Aiden went out, right?
Yeah. I think he dropped off by a second. So he should come back on in a minute. But so guys, what we're going to do now, we are going to present you with the presentation that these guys put together. They did the hard work for me. A lot of times I produce the content, but they did it for me. So I can just press play and let them explain what you're going to be seeing on screen. So they kind of put together a little montage of their lengthening journey, right? So the whole lengthening phase, Aiden did 80 millimeters, so that's over 3 months. Aaron did the same, but he had to slow down and kind of stagger his lengthening, and he had a shorter goal, but not much, right? 74, and he has something as well. But then after that, we'll do some live Q&A. But in between, we'll let Aiden talk about his journey, and then Aaron will close out the show. So let's just see if Aiden comes back on in a second. But if you guys have any questions for these two lengthening veterans now, or cyborgs, feel free to put it in the chat, and they're going to answer it at the end, okay? All right, Aiden, you're there. Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, so I'm going to bring on your content that you brought on, and then we're going to press play, and you're going to be narrating the whole, montage that you put together. Is that okay?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you know what happened? I think when I got the machine close to the camera, the laptop just shut down. Like,
Oh,
Oh shoot! It's so that's what they meant by keep away from metals, huh?
yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So there you guys saw it in real time. They linked in real time, but you also see the warning in real time. Keep those ERCs away from all metals, phones, and stuff because it'll just zap it out. The power, powerful magnet. All right. So this is Aiden's content. I gotta say, he's giving a big shout out to me here with the nice little graphic that I have here, the Cyborg for Life. My man, I love it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and press play. And Aiden, you are on. So tell us what's happening, brother.
all right. So everything started with consultation with Victor. So that's a screenshot from the first one. We've had like 10 of them. So this is like the first one.
Yeah, yeah, that was before I moved. Yeah.
And that's the day that I actually met Victor when he came down to West Palm. We met in person. That was like my second consultation with him.
I remember it. I was there for Rich Rotello's nail removal. That yeah, there he is, right there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we had a great time. So after that was consultation at Paley's. So a couple of pictures there from that day. Um, we did the EOS scan. So they do the full body X-rays. There it is. That's the EOS machine.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, man. What that was scary. Like, it was scary time. So, anyways, after that, we started prepping, doing all my stretches. I would be stretching everywhere I go. So I was like by the beach. I would be stretching. Um, with my coach, I'll be stretching. And this I bought a walker like a month before surgery. So I started practicing with it. I think that helped a lot. So, and there's some pictures from stretch zone that I also did like 10 weeks at this place, and this was a lifesaver for me because I think I did made all the difference. Stretching at a stretch zone. So a whole lot of stretching was the prep, most likely, and also getting all the equipment and stuff together.
Yep.
Here's surgery day. So um, that's the place where you go in for the surgery. So here you get in and you change clothes, and that's like a few minutes before they came get me. Let's see. Yeah, I was waiting for them to come and get me over there, and then I think two ladies that come in and they give me the happy juice, which that was a lifesaver too, because yeah, there I'm getting the happy juice right there,
Yeah.
and that's after surgery. I woke up in recovery room. They will wheel me into my room now from recovery room. So
The hospital.
that's a couple of pictures from the hospital stay. There was actual PT lady showing me how to get on and off the bed to the wheelchair. Um, she was teaching me how to offload weight on the walker. Um, I have to say, I had a pretty good one here, man. I only stayed 2 days at the hospital. I was stable all the time. Blood pressure didn't drop, didn't go up. It was pretty easy
Mhm.
for me. This part of it. That was just me right there walking on the hallway with the walker. Practicing with the walker beforehand really helped, like
Yeah.
a lot. And then that's it. I've been discharged. Um, I was discharged on Friday, so I only stayed there for like 2 days, Wednesday to Friday. That's me at home with all my ice and stuff. This PT started at Paley's. That was the first session. Then there's a couple of pictures that I took with one session with Mike. He was teaching me how to do stretches on my own. So Mike is one of the toughest over there, but he's really knowledgeable about what he does. He's a really good guy.
Yeah, I met him before. He's great.
And a whole bunch of cyborgs in the room.
Yeah.
You can see my boy Aaron right there.
Yup.
Yeah, so that's the PT place. This is actually downstairs. I took a picture one day, but the PT now is upstairs. They got
Mhm.
newer equipment. That's me at home. Got Victor on the background. Okay, so this is the day that I got the ERC. this is where they check the wounds, and they gave me the ERC machine for the first time, and that was what it's all about. I was waiting to get that machine in my hands. So that's me starting doing my first couple lengthenings at home. Um, that's ice on my legs, man. Ice is your best friend in this thing. Okay, ERC is about yeah, 10 millimeters. Does some X-rays. There goes Aaron again. This is some hydrotherapy. I took some pictures. So I mean, this is just a couple of seconds, but it was a long time, building up, getting to the 80 millimeters from the start. So
Wow.
um, I did took a little trip to Orlando over the weekend with my family, so I got some snap pictures there. It
That's
was
all.
it was pretty fun, getting away from the area for a little bit.
It's at 70 there.
Yeah, so these are before and after. This is my father. That's
Hmm.
before, and this is
Wow.
the after pic. Yeah,
Look at that.
and this is with my son before, and,
Look
and
at
the
that.
after pic.
Incredible.
And with this with Dr. Robbins, that was before, and this the
Wow.
after pic.
That is a transformation. Gee, man. Big,
Yeah,
big change. You can see it. That's so evident.
that's my uncle and my father, and now we're the same height all together, which is cool. And
Oh.
that's with Robbins and Paley, and that's with my boy Aaron.
Yeah.
I
Look at that. The lengthening
was
twin.
hanging out at Aaron's place that day.
Yeah. This is
Yeah, and then this Lena, the
Lena.
patient coordinator, two of my PT guys.
Hmm.
That's the before picture, and then the after. That's the
Wow.
latest X-ray, the standing X-ray.
Look at that gap. Look at that. That is new bone forming. Look how tall you look, dude.
Yeah, and that's the after pictures. I'm just checking, proportions, chart 13.
This is incredible.
That was like what last weekend, and
Last
that's
week, that shit.
finalizing the lengthening phase there.
That is so cool, man. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Congratulations, Aiden. Seriously, man. I gotta give it to him. That was really, really cool, man. Really, really cool. All right. So I just gotta we're just gonna kind of recap that, re-summarize it, and then so I can timestamp it there. So Aiden, you started at 5'3.5". You just got 80 as of today. You finished lengthening, so now you're officially in consolidation because you're done now. And you basically said that you went up 3 inches. So that's gonna put you at what, like height wise?
Um, I'm really like a hair on this at 5'7". Like when I measure myself right now, I'm right there at 5'7",
Mm.
169.5. So
Wow. And do you feel the change? Do you see it, the perspective change of your height change?
oh yeah, absolutely. Like I know a lot of people, they start from where I'm at right now. So I mean, it's nothing like impressive to anyone, but for me it is. Like I'm coming from that 5'3", 5'4" area to make it to like the 5'7". I'm walking around easier 5'8" now. It's a huge difference, and especially on my son's height, my father's, my uncles. Like not a lot of people in my family are like super tall, like 6 foot anything,
Mhm.
but for me it is a big difference, man. Like I can't wait to get fully consolidated and like really test it out.
And why don't you tell everybody what the hope is of when you hope to fully consolidate and be walking by?
I'm sorry, Vic, can you repeat that?
Yeah, so like when do you hope to be walking by? What date?
Okay, well, my goal is Halloween. Like,
Halloween. Halloween. That's the big day,
my
right?
goal. Rowan said, he said you should be off the walking in 3 months. That's gonna put me like an extra month. But I told him, can I get the bone stimulator? He said, yeah, sure, you can. So he said that might shave off a couple of weeks. So I'm giving it a shot. I just got it today, so I'm starting. I'm gonna start using it. Hopefully I can be on track for my goal Halloween time.
That's exciting, man. Well, we all hope that you can finish up consolidating by that point too, so you can be off of all the assistive devices. And real quick, I just want to say that Natalie, you all know her well. She's been on here several times. She also does have a bone stimulator that, if you want it, reach out to me. So yeah. All right. So what we're gonna do now is thank you, Aiden, for bringing that amazing content. That is fantastic content. Seriously, people can replay that and see your whole lengthening journey and get an idea of what you went through. Well, a snippet of what you went through, because they don't feel everything you went through on those days, those last
Yeah,
days.
I was about to say, mine was like Aaron has a full documentary coming up, so it's pretty cool. I was just like getting some screenshots. I have a lot of videos, but I just did like screenshots of it. Um,
I think it was
and
incredible. Yeah.
and we don't get to see we see the good stuff. We don't get to see the bad parts. Like the days that are like hurting, and the days that I'm tired and I don't want to like talk to no one. Like those type of things. It doesn't show there, but I mean for sure it's not like a party. It's not a breeze. I mean there are some days that you are in pain. You are just tired. You know I mean, the whole it's a surgery. It's,
Yeah.
it's not a walking park.
Right. Yeah. And you know what? You made it through. So congratulations, brother. I mean, that was a long journey. I knew you would. Remember those consultations that we've had. I said that
Yeah.
I really believe you're going to make it to 80, and you made it to 80. And look at that now. You are now fully 3.15 inches taller. So that's exciting stuff. So congratulations, Aiden. All right. So what we're going to do now, we're going to bring on Aaron's content that he brought with him, which I think is incredible. I'm going to start from the beginning here. Is this the beginning, Aaron? Or
No, I think a little bit back is the beginning.
okay, I just got to pull the slider. I don't know why it's not letting me. Let me unshare this one and then share another one of this. Yeah, I'm just going to reshare it with a different one because for some reason. Let's see, Aaron, here we go. We're going to share this one.
So yeah, this documentary has like the good, the bad, and the ugly, like Aiden was talking about. So I'm not sugarcoating anything on here.
Oh, okay, okay. This is gonna get good, guys. You guys are you're in for a treat here. Hold on, let me just bring it up here.
Yeah, Aiden already saw this, so he knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, so the consultation videos, at the pre-op videos, that's already on YouTube. So I'm not gonna bother like sharing it on here. You can just go on YouTube to find that out. The surgery day, that's on the Paley Instagram reel, so you can also check that out on Instagram. And this is Dr. Robbins checking up on me.
Get up to therapy. Did therapy come in yet?
Not yet.
So they're going to be making their rounds, and you're going to get up and probably do some walking. So we'll see if that pain stays.
Go slow. I hope they take it. I hope we take it slow.
They will, whatever you can handle.
Yeah, I'm expecting the pain to be like a 6 or 7 once that happens.
It shouldn't. It's more. It's not about you running out into the hallway. It's your body getting used to being this and standing up.
Right.
They'll move very slow to sit.
Yeah.
They'll be slow to stand. You'll get lightheaded. You'll get dizzy. We don't want you to pass out and hit the floor. So, it all we follow.
So like first day, you can just sit on the bed and do nothing. But like after one night passes, they'll try to mobilize you.
Ankles up and down and breathing through the machine to keep your lungs open. You can shift your weight. Because it feels good, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was tough for me to just use that trapeze on top of my head.
Were you very kind of?
It was just heavy. It was like super heavy. I don't know. They tried moving my legs like on that morning, and I didn't take my oxycodone, so it hurts. After I took my painkillers, then they started doing the stationary PT.
Pretty much pushing all the way down as much as I can, and then
the
up.
third one, the most difficult for you. Squeeze your butt.
Like that.
There.
It's like you're thrusting your hips,
Exactly.
right? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I got that.
But not too much that you're lifting yourself.
Right.
You go, okay. So now this is the one that you have, the help for. So remember to engage, your foot and
on your knees, and then this is where you go.
Bend your knee.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I can feel it here. Yeah.
Again. Good. Now we're going to do the one that we move to the side. So engage the ankle, lock the knee. Let's go out.
And then in, out.
And now
in.
we're going to do the the one that we pick up the whole leg, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Like that.
Okay. So start with 2 times, a day, 10 to 20 repetitions. You can do 10, give it a little break, and then come back and do 10 more, 2 times a day. Then increase it to 3 times a day.
Okay. Normally, I like to put a.
Oh, this was rough. I mean, I had some practices like, before this clip, but using the walker for the first time, I wasn't as prepared as Aiden. It also didn't help. Like, if you notice on my right hand, like there's the IV that's like sticking like through my hand. So it's like poking me as I'm like gripping the walker. But yeah, this is what you can expect on the first 2 days.
Yeah, this is great to see because this is what everybody doesn't see. They just see like YouTube snaps and people get taller, but this is what you have to go through.
Nope, this is a process.
Yeah.
And I think honestly, that's what like adds value to this surgery is like it's not an instant gratification process.
I mean, I have it locked, but
Because I think that's the marketing out there is
yeah.
like all streams. This is what you have to go
When
through.
you
This is
move, you're gonna do
powerful.
the swing. So you're gonna move and
Both legs.
yes, both at the same time. Okay.
And put all the load on your arms. If you,
You see, like I knew in my head what I had to do, but it's like when you're so fragile, like 50% of that just goes out the window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
All right, good job.
Now we're gonna move.
This is the first day?
This was May
You
23rd.
swing,
I didn't think this
you
was the
walk the
second day,
first,
Okay.
day 2.
and then you
So I was on the walker
rotate
like
your
before
body
this,
both-
but this is just another practice.
Good.
Got it.
and both feet up.
Yeah, here they do that the second day. The first day you just in bed all day.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Doing great though.
Walker and then you walk.
Your body's still very, very out of it.
Go ahead.
Oh, you were transferring from the walker to the bed.
More.
Gotcha.
Good.
And since they taught me this, like I've always been doing that for like the first month. Like in order to get into bed, I use the walker and I just use that just to sit on the bed. But now it's like I just slip on from like the wheelchair to my bed now.
You're so much more mobile now.
Yeah. I mean, I've got more comfortable, obviously, with over time.
Right, for sure.
Okay. All right.
How sore were you at this point?
When I would say maybe like a 5 out of 10, or like a 6, like if I was like moving. But if I'm just lying on my bed, it's like they try to keep it like below a 3.
Gotcha.
So so actually, you know how Aiden left on Friday and we got surgery at the same time? I left on Sunday morning, and it was because obviously Aiden had a very smooth hospitalization time because, I mean, he prepared very well. I just kind of like just dived into it, and it was a little bit rough for me. So I used, the extra night just to kind of recoup, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you feel better by the time 4th night passed?
I think so, yeah. I think going back to the hotel was a big relief too. But, the hospital stay wasn't bad. I mean, I think what made it pass was just like the food. The food was pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, I set up my toilet like that because I knew I was going to lose like glutes and muscles on my butt. So
Absolutely.
I'm glad I came prepared with that. So this is what like the first PT session looks like. I know you used the new step to kind of warm up, but here I'm just jumping straight into like, they're just trying to get you to practice like a full range of motion by you kicking your legs straight up and down and up and down. And now the therapist is just, extending my legs fully straight and then bending it all the way back to the bed, and just doing that repeatedly just so that you're familiar with what your range of motion should be.
Gotcha. And how stiff were your knees at this point?
Oh man, I got something to say about my knees. At this time, I think a day before, like my right knee was just throbbing. It hurt for like a few days, and then after that it just went away. But yeah, it was definitely stiff.
Bone pain is deep, it's achy. When you start the lengthening part, it's a different kind of ache. It's tight, it's uncomfortable. You get nerve pain, that kind of stuff. It's more superficial.
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely felt a little bit of bone pain, like the osteotomy side on my right. sometimes, and that obviously that goes away after like 1 or 2 days.
Okay.
To help dull that feeling.
Definitely looked like you got more range of motion as she was working you there.
Change your position.
Yeah.
Right. So if you start to feel nerve pain coming on, change your position. So it's like, oh, sitting here, I pull your leg up and you start to get more increased nerve pain. I would say let's scoot back and lay down, or let's stand up, or let's just change what we're doing, and it usually will go away at that point. So don't just suffer through it and wait for it to pass. It won't pass. You have to change your position. Okay, I want you to try to push.
So here, I think she's gonna do the Thomas stretch. So this is what it looks like. This is me doing it for the first time.
Bend your knees up towards your chest.
One of the most famous femur lengthening stretch is the Thomas stretch.
Okay, we're gonna slowly start to bring this one back down to the table. Don't let your back arch.
That stretch is very important. The Thomas stretch is one of the main ones.
Yeah, I would say that the two most important ones are Thomas stretch and the pro knee bend. That's like when they get you on your stomach, but I got something for that. And later on this video.
Keep your back
Oh,
and
yeah.
your tummy nice and tight.
All the tips. I love it.
Don't let it arch. Okay. I'm gonna add a little stretch by bending your knee some more. If you can go further, we're gonna push at the
Yeah,
top
with
of the
me was a
spine,
little
flatten
different.
out your
I
head,
was
and then maybe a
cruising
little
through all
bit
those
more,
first
as long as you
PTs.
tolerate it.
I think I got some videos my wife actually recorded. I don't even remember. The first couple of sessions, man, that oxy got me like.
Yeah, yeah, and the tape on the incision parts is, just want to start reviewing these stretches for you right off the bat so that you
This
know.
is
what
so
to
helpful to
expect
see,
going
guys,
forward.
because a lot of people don't
Same thing,
realize
let this
that
one
they
down,
think,
try to
oh,
keep
physical
your knee
therapy, I just
bent,
bust out to the hard
keep
stretches
your
right
back
away, but
flat, push it into
you don't
the
do that
bed,
right
push
away.
it
You
into
kind of
the bed.
gradually graduate over time.
Nice. Towel underneath.
You know, the thing is like I knew what Thomas stretch was before doing this, and I tried doing that on my own. You know, before surgery. I mean, it felt easy, obviously, but like after surgery and as you're going through this process, it was a lot more difficult. I think even around like 4 centimeters, Thomas stretch kind of started like to hurt. But obviously that was temporary too. But you know, what you see on screen and then until you actually do the surgery, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, 100%. That's why this is so valuable.
At the beginning, your legs are super heavy. Like
Yeah.
both your legs are like heavy, like. Super,
Oh,
super
dude, this is the she's trying to get me on my belly.
As I start to roll, as we're rolling this way, you want to bring this one back towards the blue wall so that you're really going to lift up and tuck under. Roll that onto your
Amazing.
Yep.
You use your arm to lift your body up.
Yep, you got to use your arm.
Sure.
You use your arm to push
It was the incision side that was like burning.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
listen,
wow.
a deep breath. The best way to explain it is really getting the upper body to push up. And then this leg, you have to use your butt
Scoop
to
it
push
under.
back
Okay.
so that this one can roll over. So now your right arm's gonna come over.
So we ended up actually skipping it because it was so bad, but you know, they had to make me do it like the next day. So
Oh, geez.
You want to pull out the bill? I mean, your pill is a little bit too high.
I was just wanting because I knew like what the pain was going to be like.
Yeah, I love this. I love this. This is so raw and vulnerable, and
No, she said that.
it's showing the real process.
Go, go, go. Almost there.
Was it more at the incision sites or the osteotomy?
Yeah, the incision site.
All the way over.
Incision sites. How it goes. Yeah. Dang.
I actually remember hearing that scream,
You're
Aaron.
gonna have to do it
Really?
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually remember that. Walking in,
You were there, Aiden?
Oh,
I was walking in for my section, and I remember the scream when he showed me that day. I was like, yeah, I remember that day, man.
Oh, wow, man.
It's a femur pain.
I have to do it fast.
Not fast, but just try not to stop in the middle.
Okay.
Don't stop.
Try to do it all the way over.
2. Wait, I can't push. I have to pull my body weight up that way.
You have to pull this hip over this way.
Yeah, just rotate your head.
Oh, you got it.
You're
Oh,
there.
you got it. Nice.
You landed. All right, take your arm out. Okay.
It stings.
Those incision sites, man. They,
Good job. Good job.
You're on the table. All right, we're there.
wow.
Take a big deep breath. Try not to pull up.
And where did that booty go, Aaron?
Wait,
Where
what
did the
else to
booty
do?
go?
So I don't want
What's
your
what?
knees to be on the
Where did-
table. so
where did that booty go?
Okay.
There's some-
Okay, let's do left leg. You're gonna do kicks up.
Oh man, I also like, you know, my sides were burning. I couldn't even. That's why like for the first few weeks, I couldn't like, you know, do those like kicking my legs in the air like on my sides because like the incision side would just burn so much.
I want you to help try to
Was yours
pull
like
your
that,
muscles, and
Aiden?
I'm just holding to where you get it. There you go.
No,
Right there, right there, right
man,
there.
I was taking the oxy, so I
No.
I mean, I
was
took
doing
oxy
it.
too.
But Aaron, I think was
Just
what
taking one oxy
was taking more pain than me, I think.
Gotcha.
I think
Good job.
there's two type of ways, you know, like the people who work out hard before, they're the pros and cons to that, you know.
Try to relax
Yeah,
now.
that's
It
true.
was easier for me. I was way stronger, so I was able to do all this easy.
Mm.
However, I got a little tighter later on, and Aaron was the other way around. Towards the end, he was like no tightness, you know, basically one
Yeah,
whatsoever.
like Aiden seemed to have it smoother like in the beginning, and then as I, I'm just counting my oxy.
He's like, man, I need to keep up with this.
All right, this is the, like one day after that.
Ah, look at
Oh
that.
wow, that was smooth.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't feel any pain. Wow.
that was incredible.
Yeah, just that's a good example of like progression, right? Like the first 2 days was bad, and then the next day I found a way around it.
And this is
But then like also here, you notice like there's some tape on my like my right knee because my right knee was just giving me problems. So, but that also went away after like 2 to 3 days.
and this is like day 9 or 10, roughly.
Yeah, this was I think day 10.
Okay.
Muscle and strengthening, right? Like kicks aren't really going to strengthen, but it's going to help engage that quad to start turning on.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm able to just like, you know. Oh, I remember like Aiden, like we were using the new step together, and like you were not using your hands like at all. You were just using your quads. But on that day, I still had to use my hands to kind of like get my quads moving.
Hold it in the air. Don't let it fall. 1, 2.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there. Doing that
That's a tough one.
for me, that was.
Your hips, your hip abductors was just it's just so weak and sore.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5.
You can see it shaking, so it's very like, yeah, like weak, like you said.
Up. Hold it. 1, 2, 3,
It's shaking, yeah.
4, 5.
You're doing good though.
And repeat.
This is amazing. You haven't seen any. I haven't seen like the initial few weeks. This is so amazing.
4, 5 down.
Yeah, that's at the beginning. It gets much easier after like week 3, you know. But just the first 2 weeks is, and the first one is the more challenging one.
And this is what people need to see. In fact, when I create a patient playlist, I'd love to add this this to it if you want, Aaron. If you'd be cool with that.
Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On your belly.
It's like right here, I feel kind of weak.
That's like where the IT
I
band,
think that's where I feel when I'm lifting
The
it.
muscle that's in charge of doing that is way up here.
TFL, yeah.
You don't have to hold it.
Mike
His
is just.
specialty.
I do want you to go down with this one and bend this knee
You
as
don't
much
have
as
to.
possible.
That's the Thomas stretch.
Yeah, I remember that
He
one.
combines it with hamstring too. That's what makes it a little bit more challenging.
Gotcha. Yeah, 'cause he's leaning into it. So
Try
it's
your
just
best.
a hamstring.
I mean, all I'm doing is trying to get a good stretch out of you, so just bend it as much as possible.
I can feel it like at the IT band, like
Yep.
the right of the knee.
Yep. And that knee. We got
Oh,
5
yeah, I have to put this to the patient playlist when I put it up.
2,
This is amazing.
1, 10. Bring this one up.
This is like, what are those videos, like those marketing videos? You don't see this, right? This is what patients need to know.
This is raw.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
raw.
no, that's the real deal right there.
Real deal, right, Aiden?
Yeah.
Like, you just don't see this on those snap and then they're taller videos. You know, those are amazing. Don't get me wrong, because it gets people excited. But this is what you have to go
Oh,
through.
like the body alignment. Oh. I got it.
Was one leg tighter than the other one, Aaron?
I would say almost consistently the left leg was tighter than the right.
Okay.
My quads, yeah.
Yeah. Was the hamstring any different, or was it about the same as well?
Hamstrings were the same for both. IT bands, occasionally I would feel it's a little bit tight on the left, sometimes a few times on the right, but it was mostly just the quads.
Oh, okay.
Thumbs like this.
So yeah, like, you know, most people, you know, therapists, they see, oh, I'm able to get to 140 degrees, but you know, in the beginning it was rough, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
And were your legs still kind of like heavy at this point?
Oh yeah, they definitely were.
Okay.
Bring your nose to your knee. Bring it in.
I mean, I would say like I've tried practicing like just doing like slight steps like on the walker, putting most of my weight on the on the walker, and I can still feel it's a little bit heavy. So yeah, they were definitely heavy.
Bend that knee, bring it in toward me. 3, 2.
You're pretty darn flexible.
Try not to let that knee straighten out as it goes down. Try to keep it bent.
Okay.
Trying to grab the other leg. All the way through to your elbow.
So these are the type of stretches like y'all can do on your own, like for anyone who's interested.
Absolutely. Like for femur lengthening, yeah.
Before you go down, bring it
Bro,
in.
I took one session with Mike. He showed me all the jiu-jitsu stuff there that he's doing with your legs, and then that's it. That's it for me.
He's like, I'm done with that.
So I mean, what and a good observation is like here at Paley, what I've noticed is like a lot of the male therapists will tend to like have a little bit of a hands-off approach. They'll teach you like all the like the stretches you need to do on your own. So I would highly recommend like doing like maybe 1 or 2 or even 3 sessions with like, let's say Mike. And for me, what worked also, like, you know, the other therapists when I'm there, like they helped me throughout the stretches, like Jessica, like with the IT band stretches and doing everything else, and even like the massage, the deep tissue like massages, those definitely helped out at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's also great that you recorded it because then you can go back and watch it at your hotel room or wherever you're staying. So if you forget, oh, I know how to do this. Yeah.
In. There you go.
Yeah, I think Mike does that because that day he told me to record. And my son was with me that day, so he recorded all those so I can practice at home.
So you went back and watched it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So another note here for Thomas stretches, if you're the reason why he's telling me to bring it in is to like stretch that IT band, which is a very effective way to do it. For anyone who's wondering.
While you're doing this at the same time, I see. This is like so valuable. Like these are the things that you just don't see, you don't hear about.
Have you ever wished you were a little bit taller? There's a surgery for that. A South Florida doctor is helping patients gain the boost they need. Here's Sanela Sabovic with the story.
Changed our lives.
It seems like it's a procedure you only see in the movies.
I know it sounds stupid, breaking your legs to gain a few extra inches, but we keep saying definitely worth it.
Sounds wild, doesn't it? From a Hollywood movie set to this office in West Palm Beach, the surgery does exist. It's called limb lengthening and can add 3 to 6 inches of height.
I was like, oh, that's actually a thing.
It caught Aaron Trin's attention. He noticed in college he was the shortest one among his friend group at 5 feet 6 inches tall and says he wanted to be 5'9".
Hey, as long as like, you know, I'm at average height, you know, I feel like, you know, I'm not that person that's always like sticking out in like a negative way, then I think that'd be perfect.
So Trin did his research, found West Palm Beach orthopedic surgeon Dr. Dror Paley, CEO and founder of Paley Orthopedic and Spine Institute. He tells us the surgery requires small incisions. A metal rod is placed in the bone that is then broken.
That's my X-ray.
2 screws go above the break and 2 screws below the break, and this is now attached to your bone. And then you use an external remote control that you turn it on and you can actually see how much it lengthens.
So this is quite an extensive procedure. The limb lengthening surgery can take 2 hours or more, and there are 14 operating rooms where all this takes place. This isn't a cosmetic procedure where you get instant results. Post-op treatment requires months of physical therapy.
And you're basically just practicing that like that bend and straightening of like your leg.
Trin is still in a wheelchair. Eventually, he'll learn how to walk again.
It's a pretty humbling experience. You get to appreciate life a whole lot more.
Dr. Paley, who has clinics around the world, performed his first
We had a fire alarm that day, I remember.
40 years ago.
I got a story about that.
Gained popularity as a cosmetic procedure in the last 15 years. But it has to be done the right way, or there can be complications.
You can do femur and tibia, so it gives you a total of 5, maximum 6 inches. If you're pushing beyond that, and most people are not trained to do that, safely. And the key word is safety.
For Trin, he's putting in the work now, standing tall, before he can walk to new heights.
This takes resilience, this takes patience, and I think you're gonna walk out of this as a better human being. But I would say it's totally worth it.
So if you're doing this procedure cosmetically, it's going to cost you a pretty penny, anywhere from $100,000 to $300,000. That also depends on how many surgeries you have. And physical therapy is also included here at the Paley Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
By having both legs broken in order to stretch them, which is exactly what brought Aaron Trin here all the way from Texas.
I figured height surgery was pretty much perfect.
Walking into St. Mary's Medical Center at 5'6" back in May, Trin knew being taller wouldn't just give him a physical boost, but also an internal boost.
I just wanted to just feel like I have a sense of belonging, like whenever I'm talking to people and they're not always looking down on me.
He is currently recovering from 2 broken femurs. The procedure involved having nails
I love the
and
Ultra G
magnets
treadmill.
inserted into his legs. Then a machine helps lengthen his legs 1 millimeter a day for 80 days. A long process he says he's happy to go through in order to walk out of here at 5'9". He says at St. Mary's, patients receive post-op care plus rehab. So when patients like Trin leave, they'll be good to go, just with a new perspective.
This is pretty much life-changing.
In West Palm Beach, I'm Kayla McDermott.
That is awesome. Wow. Give it up, man. That was great. Aaron, man, that was a great little montage video. Man, I felt like I was watching a documentary right here in front of my eyes.
That's what Aiden said as well.
What's the point for our documentary that we're working on for the last 4 years? You did it in 20 minutes. I mean, geez. Very cool, man. That was incredible. Yes, Master Distractor. Wow, for the content, right? I got to give it to them. That was amazing. Congratulations, man. That was incredible. Wow. So yeah, guys in the chat, people who are watching, you guys can definitely go back and watch that because that was so valuable. Both him and Aiden brought content that you just don't see, right? You don't see that online on the marketing videos out there. And I think it's super important that you do see that because it's not an easy process by any means, especially in those first few weeks when the pain is really, really, it's right there in front of your face. It just smacks you in front of the face after surgery. But yeah, so if you guys in the chat have any questions for Aiden and or Aaron, both femur lengthening veterans now because they cross into the consolidation phase, feel free to drop your questions in the chat, or if you want, you can join the stream. I'll put the join link in the chat if you want to come on and ask them verbally. So let's do that. Let me put it in here. So so guys, now you're in consolidation. Aaron, when was your last checkup? Was it when Aiden's was last week?
Yeah, so my last checkup was last Friday, but tomorrow I'm actually going to do like my final checkup where I'm going to do like a full standing x-ray, and they're going to check to see if there's any like discrepancy between one leg or the other. I'm not really expecting any, but I think tomorrow's the last one, and then from there I think I'll come in for x-rays like every 4 weeks or 1 month just to see how my bones are doing.
Okay, very cool. That's a smart move. And you're staying down there for a little while?
Yeah. That's one thing I'll add is I'm actually staying here until consolidation. So when I'm able to like walk up and down the stairs, or walk reasonably, then or like squat down, I feel like that's when I'll be able to. I feel comfortable going back home because my house is just not built for disabled patients. So this hotel is everything I need here to recover.
That's super smart. I think a lot of patients, they want to rush out after lengthening and go back home, but you can. But I think a lot of patients also want to make sure that they're walking and they're safe and then stay local to the clinic. And we know that Aiden, he actually is a local resident down there, so he's just it's in his backyard. So that's really cool. All right, so let's see. There's some questions in the chat here. Let me just bring it. Yeah, Aiden changed it to 80 because he just finished here on the live stream. If you guys want to go back to the beginning of the stream, you can see him finish live. It was incredible. All right, so let's see. So this question from Deepu Babu, who is saying, "Hey, bro, I'm planning on going for the surgery soon. I just have one fear. Will I be able to run normally after the healing process, I'm asking this because I play a lot of sports. Please answer. So, Aaron, you want to take that one? And we'll go to Aiden.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen, I'm obviously in consolidation, so I still have like ways to go. But, I've seen videos of, that, who was that guy who went to Dr. Mabugan? He was like running like at a 5:30 pace on the treadmill. So, I mean, like, that's a good example of like recovery right there, I think. And, in the beginning, when I had my pre-op, like if you watch the video, you can see like I asked like, ideally, I want to be able to retain all my, my athleticism and my, my function. And Dr. Robbins was like, you will retain all of that. So, yeah, I mean, it's up to you, but you can make a full recovery from this. And I'm going to work hard to do that.
That's incredible. Looking forward to it, man. I can't wait to see that happen. All right. So this next question from Andreas is asking, Aiden, does lengthening only one segment, the femurs, and increasing muscle mass have an impact on the joints and on the tibias? So, Aiden, what do you think about that?
Saying that does one segment increasing muscle mass an impact on the joints and the tibias?
So I guess a better way to phrase this question, if I understand it correctly, is that if you just do the femurs, basically, and you have
like, is there more stress on the joints from like lengthening, like more for having more bone and more muscles, like on top of your knees or something like that?
Yeah,
I think that's how I perceive that question.
I don't think it does any harm. I mean, you can do the lengthening and you can fully recover from it. Our clinic here, that's their main goal, is to get you safely to whatever lengthening you're going for, and they expect you to be back the same you were as before. It's not like they're not expecting anything less than that. So you can do your lengthening in the femurs, and that shouldn't have any impact, at least to the downside, to the joints and the tibias.
Gotcha. Yeah, but you did say one thing earlier about having more muscle. It's like you did get a little stiffer sooner, but you had to really stay on top of the PT to make it through, right?
Oh, okay. So this means like before surgery, having muscle?
Yeah, I think because if you have a lot of muscle, do you feel extra stress?
Oh, okay. All right. So I can talk about this. Yeah. Okay. I've been working out a lot. So when I went into surgery, a few months before, I stopped working on my legs. I was just doing body weight, more biking, more running, and I stopped completely the weightlifting on my legs. And I still ended up with a lot of muscle at surgery, but it helped me being strong overall, not just on my legs. I mean, on my upper body as well. Move myself around with the walker, it was so easy. Like that part was like easy, but I didn't get a bad tightness. I mean, my tightness was regular. I kept full range of motion throughout the whole process. But I did notice the people that wasn't too workout heavy before, like people that doesn't actually like work out, like at a gym with legs and stuff like that. They'll have more flexibility, I guess, towards the end of the process. But it's not like having muscle is gonna have any bad effects on it. It's just that you lose most of the muscles anyways.
Yeah, you lose a lot of muscle there.
Yeah, you do lose a lot of muscle. I mean, it depends of age. It depends of a lot of things. I'm not as young as Aaron. I'm in my 40s or early 40s, and I think working out was a plus for me for the process, and tapering off from the weights into cardio and more like stretching and doing like biking, running, all this type of stuff was the key for the process the way I had it.
That's incredible. Yeah, I agree. I think that you staying in really good physical shape helped you kind of pop around and stay really mobile during the process. And this next question, I actually want to throw it to you as well, because it's a good question from Upgrade. He's asking, can you train your upper body during lengthening?
Well, I was at the beginning. I had all these ideas, right? I'm like, I'm gonna keep all my muscle. I'm gonna keep all my upper body. Man, when that first 1 week or two went by, that we started like the actual lengthening and the heavy stretching. I'm like, man, forget about this. This is all about stretching and flexibility, So So I just focus on that. I mean, like here, you just want to focus on your flexibilities, and your stretching. It's a lot of work, like 2-3 hours a day of stretching. It doesn't give you really. I mean, you can do it if you want to work your upper body, but I didn't find any advantage of doing that at the moment. I was just like focusing on being flexible, doing the stretches, and get through lengthening. Then after that, now I'm gonna get back to the gym, and now I'm gonna work my upper body while my bones heal. But during the lengthening phase, for me, I tried to do it, but I ended up doing what was more important, was focusing on stretching.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Upgrade. I'm pretty much going to say the same thing as Aiden. So I mean, the most important thing is just flexibility. After that, you can just focus on strength. So your muscle strength, getting practicing making sure your hip abductors is not as tight, strengthening up your quads, and also like the way how I train my upper body is I just use the walker and I'm just doing like dips. Just like how MD was like doing in one of those videos. And I also go swimming too. So like whenever I'm like on the wet deck, I just kind of push myself up, and I kind of just do like half push-ups on the wet deck. So I mean, yeah, you can do it. I mean, once I started like lengthening and things got smoother, and I know I was flexible and I had more energy, then yeah, I can do upper body. So yeah, that you can totally do it.
Yeah. But like you said, using the walker is a workout in itself, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, the first week just going to the bathroom, I was just sweating. It was a huge workout.
His triceps are all sore and everything. That's funny.
Yep.
Dips, man, dips. Before the surgery, a lot of dips. Like make sure, like Socrates said one time, he said, make sure you can do your age in dips.
That's a good one.
Yeah, do upper body, but before going into surgery, make sure you are flexible and make sure your upper body's good.
That's a really good point. Yeah, absolutely. Upgrade saying, I'm scared of seeing him suffering in pain. That's you, Aaron. So like, what do you?
Yeah.
Have
So upgrade. I saw your other question too. Like, what kind of painkillers do they provide? So I think in the video, oxycodone was mentioned. I think I stopped using it actually after day 9. But like you're gonna need it like for the first 1 or 2 weeks in order to get through. After that, you're pretty much just switching to Tylenol. There are people who use ibuprofen, but I'd heard it does inhibit bone growth if you take it like a lot. So you might just watch out for that. But but like another comment said, the pain is very temporary. Like you saw me like one day, I was struggling like just to get over my stomach, but then I realized that my other side wasn't as bad. So I tried, what if I rolled on the other side, and then it actually worked out like on the next day, like with no pain. So this whole process is pretty much trying to figure out what works best for you and learning how to adapt to whatever, problems that you may run up into. So it is temporary. You'll get over it and you'll find ways to work around it.
That's it. And Aaron, when did you go off the pain meds completely?
Good question. Let's see, day 9 or 10, I was done using oxycodone. I think maybe around like 2 weeks or maximum 3, I stopped using pain meds. Tylenol, I use it like very sparingly, but no, the only speaking of pain, I think the one that I had to consistently take was gabapentin. You remember that bad episode of nerve pain? So, yeah, I'm still on it.
You're still on it, okay, until like later on, and then you'll wean off, I guess.
Yeah, I got to wean off from it. After a week, I just slowly decrease the amount of pills I'm taking. So,
gotcha. Very cool, awesome. Yeah, these guys just loved your content. I mean, you could tell like that was so amazing documentary. Exactly, that was a great video. Yeah, and Aiden's was great as well. I mean, you guys have to understand that not everybody's willing to share content, but these two did, so we're very grateful for them. I mean, but everybody loves that great video. How long did it take for the pain when rolling over to go away? When did that?
Yeah, I would say for my what was it? My right side. That's when I had it was pain. I would say around 3 or 4 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. But the left one, I had no problems like rolling over or like sleeping on my left side. So, I mean, it's random, but yeah, that's 3 or 4 weeks for my right, and then maybe like 1 week or 2 for my left.
That's interesting. So it was like more so one side than the other. Interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Usually there's always one side that hurts more, but it switches. It's not like it's permanent. Sometimes my right side will hurt more, and then it switches to my left side will hurt more. So, but I mean, the pain is something that is there, but it's not crazy. You know, it's like you can easily, go through it. So people don't get scared, like, oh my God, that's the end of the world. No, you can manage through it. It's like me. I needed more meds than Aaron, because I took the oxy probably like until week 3. I started splitting my pills, making them last longer. But each patient is different. We had, like, Aaron and I, we had a really different um, run when it comes to that. For example, I was totally the opposite. At the beginning, I had the pain, but I was able to do all that easy. However, sleeping at night, I will have like a lot of pain. And Aaron was like, "Oh, I'm not taking oxygen anymore." I'm like, "How can you? How can you not take it? Because I can't sleep without it." So it's like, so every patient goes through it different. But at the end of the day, once you make it past second week, I think, the worst is over. Then we start, the challenges. Every day is something new. But getting over the first 2 weeks, I think, is the worst part of this whole thing.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
manageable.
It's just so funny though when you said the pills you were splitting. I went back. I had a flashback to Aaron counting his pills.
I'm a drug dealer.
The funniest part, I was like, he's just counting his pain pills right there. Like, I better have enough. Oh, that's great. Andreas, thanks for the honest content. Absolutely helpful content. They love it. Okay, so this one from Loki Doki to Aaron. Hey, how was the walking with the walker during lengthening?
So it's interesting. Yeah, the first week, like, just me going from the bed to the bathroom. Actually, maybe I can show a little bit. So, like, here from this bed all the way to the bathroom, and like it's such a short distance, but like even like doing that, like I literally broke out into sweats like just the first week or so. But then after that, I mean, as I started using it more, I got more comfortable with it. I think also, like, what we're taught here is to do like the bunny hop. So I mean, you can't do like one step and then another step. So, for me, I just kind of subconsciously put most of my weight on the walker, which is what a lot of therapists know, to say, hey, you don't have to, you're putting a lot of weight on your walker. You can still put, more weight on your legs, and that'll make it easier for you to do it. So it's like I said, it's going to be different. Aiden had more experience using it than I did. I kind of had to learn it throughout the process, and I got more comfortable with it. But in the beginning, it was a little bit rough.
Gotcha. Yeah, I guess everybody has their own experience with it, and you eventually get used to it because you're going to use it every day to some extent. This one, let's throw this back to Aiden. How do you guys feel now? Right, like how many months are you recovering since the operation? And then so it was May 21st, you said, and then how are you walking now, getting around now, and are you able to work out a little bit differently now, Aiden?
Yeah, now it's pretty easy. Like Aaron said, like a lot of things I don't even have to use the walker. I can just slide from a wheelchair to it, like wheelchair to the bed, wheelchair to the couch, wheelchair to the toilet seat. It's easier now. Like there's no pain basically, and also because my final X-rays were on Friday. And Robbins told me on the X-rays your nails show 79 millimeters. So that was back on Friday. So he said over the weekend or by Monday the nails should be done. You should be done. You should be feel the buzzing. But I'm taking the ARC to 80 no matter what. So I've been using that guy all the way until now that I did my last one. But I've been feeling that buzzing from the vibration from the ERC all this week, like since Sunday that I felt it. But I think the nail did stop over the weekend because like from Monday to now, every day's been like a social easier. Like the flexibility is coming back. I'm not even stretching as much as I was last week. My last PT was last week. So
just the 3 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have heard, I've talked to a lot of female patients, and they say anywhere from 7 to 10 days, but you noticed it even faster in 3 days.
Yeah, because over the weekend, I did 2 turns. I remember this weekend I did 2 turns. I went to Aaron's place on Sunday, and we had like a get together over there, and we saw Froggy Dragon coming in, and we're like, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
You know, so we talked with him like for like a good 2 hours, and so I just did 2 turns on the weekend, and on a Monday I'm like, man, this is getting easier, so then I did my 3 turns, but like I said, like the machine has been vibrating since Sunday, so I don't know if the nail is actually lengthening or not, but I'm taking the RC to 80 no matter what,
He just wanted to see it to confirm it. But yeah, that's really crazy that you say that, because I think a lot of patients ask, they say, when does it get easier, the stiffness, this tightness? And it's like, you can attest that within a few days, anywhere from 2 days to, and it's only gonna get better from here on out.
I think so. As soon as you stop, I mean, Aaron probably the same. For us, the last centimeter, at least for me, was easier. Like everybody was a PT. They were telling us like how bad the last centimeter is, like to prepare for it. But the last centimeter was actually like the easiest. Like it went by like quick.
I will say that experience really varies. My honeymoon phase was like between 5 and like 7.2. I think it started getting just a little bit tighter around 7. But I talked to another guy who was lengthening his tibias. He did femurs last year. And you know who you might know who I'm talking about. But he was like the last like from 7 to 8 was like pure hell for him. Wow. So like I said, it's going to be different for everyone, and that's what you have to accept about this process.
Yeah, absolutely, very cool. This one from Command Red, who will be on the stream next week. We'll be featuring him, so stay tuned for next week if you guys want to see him. Aaron and Aiden, do you guys enjoy your new longer thighs? How about overall proportions, or do you not focus on that?
Oh, that is a good question. I do think about this quite often. Your thighs is going to look pretty dang long, especially when you are all that muscle's gone, you're in the shower, and you're looking at them for what it is. So, and especially if you're looking in the side mirror, yeah, it does look long to yourself. But if you stand up, with your normal clothes, and you're just asking people, because that's what I did. Like, I asked people like, how are my proportions, and they're like, bro, you look good. I mean, Aiden said the same thing, and like I think even in one of the pictures that he posted, like, now that I look at it, my tibias, like, they look long as hell. So it's like, it could be overrated, but by the end of the day, it's up to you whether you're satisfied with it. I did think about what it would be like to lengthen my tibias by like, 4 or 4.5 centimeters. But then after that point, I also have to think about, my wingspan, and if it's not going to look too leggy. I think it was near the end, like when I was on my red shorts, like in the. If you're trying to go back to that picture, is that close to that? Yeah, the tip. Yeah, I mean, what do you think about my legs? I mean, it looks normal to me just from this picture, but also like when I'm standing up, like my tibias look kind of long, but obviously I know my femurs is longer, so
it looks normal to me, honestly, because you can even see Aiden here, because you can see it looks normal because he's wearing pants here, but I can't. Oh, I think that was the end. I have to pull it back a little bit. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, see, look at that. He's pretty much. What were you there, Aiden?
Yeah, that was last Friday. That was
last Friday. And anybody on the street, I guess, if you were looking at Aiden here, you wouldn't be even able to tell that his femurs are lengthened. It looks normal.
But the thing is also, Aiden, your tibia to femur ratio was like 0.85. So you started out pretty dang good.
So this was perfect for him. But yeah, look at you, Aaron. Even there, like, you look great. Like, it's like it looks normal. Like you're just chilling in the wheelchair.
Aaron's proportion look perfect, man. I already told him like it looks really good. I wouldn't tell him otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, this is, I mean, you can't tell when you're wearing normal clothes out and about. You really can't tell. And once the muscle comes back, you won't even be able to tell with short trunks or whatever on. So I think it's a safe bet that if you get only 8 centimeters on your femur, now if you go back for more, then all bets are off. On that same limb.
Yeah, absolutely. Like even me, I was thinking of that. I always had in my mind to do tibias, but now I'm not. Now I'm like, I'm really like looking into that right now, looking into the proportion, looking how how the legs to body ratio looks and everything. And I think right now it looks pretty good to me. Yeah. And I'm gonna, if I do tibias, I will really have to assess it like a lot. It's not like now that I did femurs, I went like, I want the high, I don't care. Now if I do tibias, it will be a whole different story. Like,
yeah, but then that's because you had those proportions to begin with. But like your arm length, honestly, it's really good. It does drop well below your waist level, which, you know, I think it was Dr. Rosbrook, and then obviously there's some research, and then even myself, I know that the arm to torso ratio, your arm length does matter for proportions, and you have great arm length. So
right now my wingspan is the same as my height, exactly the same.
Your height now, right?
Yeah, now with the full A.
Okay. So you could probably get more if you wanted to on the tibia. Now I was alluding to like if people go back for another femur lengthening after the 8 centimeters. I was like,
oh no.
That would make them, because there was a guy who emailed me. He was like, oh, what if I do like 16 centimeters of my femur? Can I do that? I was like,
bruh,
in another world. Oh man. But anyway, okay. So we're gonna get back to these questions here from Upgrade. Do you ever tell yourself, why did I do the surgery? Is there any regret, Aaron?
Yeah, I would say, you know, no matter how much pain or discomfort I was in, I knew that I wasn't going to regret it. I mean, I told myself this was something that had to be done. Otherwise, I'm still going to keep thinking about it for the rest of my life. So, you know, that peace of mind is like really worth it. And so there's absolutely no regrets at all.
That's awesome. And you too, Aiden?
Yeah, same here for sure, man. No regrets at all. I'll do it all over again if I have to. For sure.
I love it. All right. And we got Aiden's answer to this a little bit early. He's thinking about it, looking at it. But what about you, Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, never say never, right? But you know, my parents really do not want me to do tibias, and I fully understand why. I would say like once I'm back to normal life, I got like 1 or 2 years to really kind of assess like how satisfied I feel with my proportion and just being around, and then I'll see if it's really worth it. But if I were to do tibias, if I'm just looking at my ratio, I think like maybe 4.5 centimeters would be enough for me. But once again, I think the likelihood of me doing that is like really, really, really low.
Gotcha. Okay. This question for you, Aiden, how many days or weeks after surgery did most of the pain go away?
Well, I would say after 3 weeks. But the second week, things start to get a lot better. And then by the 3rd week from the surgery, the actual surgery pain is mostly gone. The 3rd week. That's when you start getting the other, you know, tightness starts to show up, or I started getting bone pain from the regenerate by the 3rd week mark, kind of like that. But the actual pain from the surgery, I don't think it goes beyond 2 weeks, maybe 3.
That's so funny, because I think that from years and years ago, all the patients have said the same thing. It's crazy. It's awesome. All right, Aaron, what's a good flexibility test? How do you know if you're flexible enough?
Yeah, so before surgery, Dr. Robbins will kind of do some sort of flexibility test. I don't know all of it, but I know one of them involved, like, you know, obviously like the pro knee bend, right? If you're able to just like stick your heel like all the way to your butt. Another one also is the kind of like the IT band. Maybe I can show it on camera here. Yeah. But you know, so they do an IT band release over here, but you know, there's another one where they can do it like approximately if you need it, if you're tight. But when you're like, I think they kind of just, if you're able to put your leg over like that, then I think you should be good. Yeah. There's also other flexibility tests as well. But I think for the most part, I mean, just as long as you're able to do all the stretches that you see, that, you know, the Thomas stretch and the, you know, the pro knee bend, I think you should be fine. And the IT band. Yeah. It's a good idea to be able to do all those stretches. All right. This one for you. And hamstrings too. Yep. That is true. Yeah, hamstrings, they get tight quickly. How do you pick things up when using the walker? Like if you need to hold a grocery bag or something?
No, with the walker, no. You can put like a little nest. I think the walker comes with like something you attach to it that you can put stuff on it. But once you're using a walker, you can't even shake nobody's hand. You need to have both hands on the walker, man.
He's like, not doing it. That's awesome. Very cool. All right, Upgrade, you are doing great, man, with these questions. I love it. This is great. How does it feel to be taller? Do you already feel it? What's the thoughts on that moment, Aaron?
Man, 5'9". You know, when I was standing between Dr. Robbins and Dr. Paley, I think that's for the first time I really felt it. So who knows? Like when I come, I really want to. I'm gonna go back to the clinic tomorrow and get a picture with Dr. Robbins, and I'll be standing probably near next to him. So I feel like that's when I really feel it. But man, I've also seen patients that are like, they came here, they're starting at like 5'6" or 5'6.5", and I know I was with Aiden's son who was like 5'7". Like when I stood next to him, I was like, oh wow, that's like when I really saw the change. It feels absolutely amazing, and I think I will really start to feel like when I start to go out in public, like, you know, going to the mall, going back on campus, just being out in public again. So yeah, so far I can already feel it.
That's crazy, man. That's awesome. Look at that.
That's a picture. I understand. Look.
Oh yeah, that one. So if you go back to that picture, like, I mean, my tibias look kind of long. I think just from the way how it's taken. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think yeah.
Or does it look even?
Yeah, it does look even. Hold on, let me pull it back here. Hold on. It just keeps jumping. It won't let me pause it really, but yeah, it looks great. I think it's just the way you're standing, maybe, like, you know, with the shorts and stuff. But nah, it looked great. Great. All right. All right. So just a couple. Last question, really. Actually, wait. No, we have. Yeah, no. This last question from Upgrade. What was your height before in centimeters, please, and how much did they grow? So I'm not sure what it is in centimeters, but they know it in feet and inches.
I got it in centimeters. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, before the surgery, I knew everything was gonna, like, you know, be measured and lengthened like in millimeters, centimeters. So I got used to it. So I was 168 before surgery, and now I should be around 175.3 at least. So that's like 5'9".
Yeah, you're taller than me because I'm 174.5 because I'm just shy of 5'9". So that's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. And then Aaron, Aiden, what is yours?
Okay, 162 starting height, 169.5.
That's awesome.
At the end, yep.
You got the 80. Wow, that's great. All right, upgrade. You're killing it, man. I guess you stole the MVP status from Ben Mendoza, which I saw in here. Thanks, Ben, for joining today. But upgrade is killing it with these questions. I love it. When is the removal of the nails? Will it be a release? Removal.
I don't understand the second question, but as far as the removal of the nails, typically it's like 1 or 2 years. I mean, I've seen patients that came here after like 3 years. Someone came after 5. So I mean, definitely within the next 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely. And
if I don't do tibias, which I probably won't.
How about you, Aiden? Are you planning to get it done, removed?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe we can go with Aaron together. We can get on there.
Yeah, we talked about that too.
That'd be so cool. It's like linked together, removed together. That's awesome. And I think he means, will it be a relief? And the answer is yes. I have heard Socrates say that, and several other hundreds of patients say the same thing. Even for myself, it's like when you get the device out, you definitely notice that there's a big relief. I wouldn't say it's
like you feel lighter, right?
You do feel lighter. You feel lighter. And you're like your leg can just twist a little bit more organically. So it's kind of interesting. All right. So this one for you, Aiden. Should we completely abstain or stop drinking alcohol months before or during surgery?
Well, I think so. I did. I wasn't drinking any alcohol at all months before into it, and I have not drink any alcohol during, right now. So I would advise to abstain from alcohol for sure.
And you too, Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really drink at all, but yeah, just like they can inhibit bone growth, such as, quit the vaping, quit the smoking, quit the alcohol. You got to do everything you can just to make sure that you're in the prime conditions for your bone to heal as much as it can.
That's so true.
And stock up on like vitamin D and calcium like beforehand. That also helps as well.
Very good tips. Release. I mean, will they feel the? Yeah. So I know what you mean by release, relief. It's the same thing. So they answered that pretty well. And Tales for bedtime. That's right. Someone's always bedtime. I'm just kidding. How much was the total cost, including housing, extra surgery expenses, etc.? Okay.
Yeah, I got this. So it's $95,500 at Paley for femurs. I don't know if that price would change because I've heard like the precise nails did go up, but the $95,500 also includes the 60 sessions of PT. Now I am staying here at Homewood Suites Hotel, which is a partner hotel where they can like, you know, shuttle you from the hotel to PT. I'm staying here from mid-May throughout the end of October, and that was about $20,000. It is expensive, but you do rack up a lot of Hilton honor points. So yeah, that's definitely a plus.
Get a lot of points for later on. All right. What did you do for food in the hotel? Did you cook mostly or get delivery? That's a good question.
You can cook. I typically, if I'm lazy, I'll just DoorDash it. And there's a lot of good restaurants and good food around you can check up or use Uber Eats. The hotel also has free breakfast, but I really don't like it. And there's Wednesday, there's like a social hour where they also have some like small eateries around, like on so you can like sausage or chicken wings or, you know, some you know, pretzels and other snacks. So yeah, I mean, there's plenty to go around.
And what did you do for eating, Aiden? Did you have your family cook?
Yeah, I mean, for me it's different because I live here. I live in West Palm, so you know, I'm at my house. My wife cook for me every day, so you know, as far as nutrition wise, you know, I got it good.
You got it good. You got it optimized. I love it. Okay. This one from Upgrade again. You don't have to answer, but I still want to ask: can a patient take testosterone while lengthening? Because I have TRT. So you definitely, I'll tell you this outright. Like most smart surgeons will say no while lengthening. Now, if you get into the consolidation phase, they usually let you do what you want because you're kind of discharged. But like, you don't want to take it while lengthening because just ask your surgeon if they're smart enough. They'll tell you why. But like, you just don't want to have any type of like contraindications or anything that could, you know, harm your lengthening process. There's no need to, because unless you're completely, and testosterone is not a direct bone healer anyway. It can help with fracture healing, but it's not like there's better stuff for that, like food. Anyway, Andreas, is there data on if the surgery has negative impacts on the joint?
That's a good question. So on pre-op day, I remember Dr. Robbins also talked about this, is that there are people that with arthritis that have come to him, but you know how many arthritis patients have done limb lengthening? 0. And, you know, of all the patients that, you know, Dr. Paley's performed on, he's followed up to like, you know, 35 or even like almost 40 years. And so far they don't have any problems like arthritis or joint related yet. So, you know, if you watch the video on YouTube or in Instagram, you know, Dr. Robbins said, quote unquote, like, I can't tell you what your joints will be like in 40 years because I don't have a crystal ball. And 40 years ago, nobody did this surgery. So to answer your question, there is no data that supports or go against any negative impacts in the joints. We just don't have any data on it.
I can promise you, though, there are research groups that are doing that now, because I know there's this small research group that's really heavily into the cosmetic limb lengthening, you know, data collection. So we'll definitely get research on it, but probably not for another decade, because you need to kind of give it some time.
I mean, I've also heard somewhere like if you the higher the tibia to femur ratio, the higher it's a higher correlated to like arthritis problems. I remember Dr. Robbins also did mention that study. But once again, so I can tell you, but I'm lengthening my femurs, so I don't think I have to worry about that.
For sure. All right, Aiden, this one's for you. How long until you're able to start walking, and is there any pain at all after you're fully healed? So he can't really answer all that, but he can answer some of that.
Yeah, well, I did my last turn today, so no more ESC for now. I did ask voluntarily to get a bone stimulator. Dr. Rowan says I don't need it, but if I want to give it a shot, he will prescribe it. So I did, and I got it today, and I did my first section on it, and I'm hoping that can shave off a couple of weeks from healing, from the bone healings. My estimated healing time was 3 months. I know Aaron's, I think, is only 2 months. But mine's were 3 months, so I'm hoping I can shave off 4 weeks and be walking by Halloween time. Yeah,
that'd be so cool, so cool. And I've used the bone stimulator in the past, and I felt like it definitely did garner some pretty good results. So it works for some, and it doesn't work so well for others, but we'll see what happens. All right, wow, I think that was great, a phenomenal podcast episode. Seriously, we had 2 femur lengthening patients who just finished their lengthening live on stream at the beginning of the stream, so you guys go watch it at the beginning. They brought fire content today. So again, Aiden brought his content montage, and Aaron brought his. So definitely, I'll be doing the timestamps in the next 2 days, so you guys can check that out. And then we did an awesome live Q&A. I want to thank you guys in the chat for asking such awesome questions, but I also want to thank my guests, Aiden and Aaron, for coming on and bringing such great content, being very open and authentic about this process, because it's not an easy journey. It's a very involved process, and anybody on the social media platforms who make it look easy, it's not, right? We see a lot of content out there, and it can be misleading. So I really appreciate that, and I think everybody here does, and anybody who's going to watch this video in the coming days or the future, they're really going to appreciate that. So you guys are paying it forward to the limb lengthening community, and it's going to help other patients in the future. So that's what this is all about. So do you guys have anything to say before we close out the show, Aaron?
Yeah, I would say, looking back, I would say this was 100% worth it. If it is physically the most, intense thing that I've ever done, but I'm happy that I went through it. The reason I'm going out in public with this, it's because, to me, at least, I don't feel any shame doing it. I think it's no different from you going to the gym. If you feel dissatisfied with yourself, you can work hard to change it. And by the end of the day, like I said in that interview, you'll come out a better human being. I mean, this whole process just teaches you so much about life. You see other people that have to do this, like, not electively, but they had to do it because they had a limb lengthening discrepancy. And you're just getting a little taste of what they go through. I mean, that's an extremely humbling experience. And for you, you're walking out, taller and more confident. And I would say, like Aiden said, if I had to do this all over again, I definitely would have done it. So yeah, no regrets at all whatsoever.
I love it. And how about you, Aiden?
Yeah, no, I'm glad Aaron was able to bring this content. We were watching some of this stuff last Sunday at his place, and I was like, man, that would be good to show it, because I mean we tend to show only the happy stuff, but not a lot of people can see what's behind the scenes, what we're going through here, and it's not all happy faces. Like there's a lot of time that you just doing your stretches and it's hurting you, you're tired. You got another session to do. You gotta eat. You gotta take your supplements, and then you gotta stretch again, and then you just want to go back to sleep. And then at night you just awake. You can't sleep at night because the legs are hurting. Like all that stuff is nobody shows that. Nobody shows or even talk about it much. It's good to know that it's not as easy as a lot of people make it seem, but it's not also awful. It's manageable, but it's good that Aaron was able to put it in a video, and you can actually see what we're going through through the process, and it's amazing that he did that. And I want to say this is just the beginning, guys. We just finished lengthening. This is not the end here. Now we're gonna keep going into the healing part.
Yeah. So
we want to be able to keep documenting until we're back feet, walking, doing our stuff. So this is not the end of the journey. This is like halfway, I would say.
I think you're right. I miscorrectly labeled it as the end of the lengthening journey. No, it's the end of the lengthening phase, because there's another phase, the consolidation phase. You're right. And then after that, it's like getting back to normal, the rebuilding phase. So it's not completely done yet, but it's a big win. It's a big triumphant milestone, because you got to understand that you went through like this hard process, and it's not only physically transformative, but I think it's also mentally and emotionally, and it changes you inside. I mean, it did for me. So I know for you guys, it definitely did. So I'm
absolutely
yeah, man. I'm super excited for you guys, because I mean, I've kind of talked to both of you, as the process was starting, and then now here at the end of the lengthening phase, it's super exciting. So Upgrade. You have your lengthening coming up soon. That's awesome, man. Best of luck to you. There you go. Looking forward to getting you on here, hopefully one day. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys coming on with this amazing content. Answering all these patients' questions in the chat here. Thank you, patients in the chat, and thank you, Ben, for moderating. This was a very, very great podcast. I think it's going to be one of the standout ones that gains a lot of traction. And we have, like I said, next week we have Coban Red. I think Master Distractor will be coming back on with another lengthening patients. We have like 3 more. We're not going to stop this train, right? Like, this is what it's all about, is paying it forward. So as patients continue to get this, we try to capture those interviews and give it back, re-deliver it to the patients watching. So thank you guys for making episode 170 a huge success. I really appreciate it. And as always, yeah, that's all I have. So this is Victor from Cyborg for Life, signing out. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.